All right, guys, video 1.3. Let's go. This is going to be a fun one, so I'm glad you're here. This is the framework that's going to really start to dig into what you need to do for your business. Okay, moving forward, your story is the most powerful marketing tool you will ever have. Not the certifications, not the program that you can build for people, not the pricing that you put together. Most coaches never use their personal story. They hide behind tips and tricks and workout videos and wonder why nobody connects with them. Not cool. I'm going to tell you a story. Two babies are in a womb. It's warm. It's safe in there. Everything they need comes through the umbilical cord. And then one baby tells the other baby, "Do you think there is life after birth, bro?" And the other baby goes, "Of course not. This is all there is. The womb is our world." Okay? And then the other baby says, "No, man, I've heard things. Sounds, vibrations. I think there's something out there. Something bigger than this." And the other baby goes, "Bro, you're crazy. Nobody's ever left the womb and come back to tell us about it. Be grateful for what you have." And then the first baby goes quiet, but he can't shake the feeling. And before the contractions start, because I want to expand a little bit on the story, is first baby goes, "I think we're going to eat through our mouths. I think we're going to walk with our feet and stand upright." And the other baby's like, "Impossible, because scientifically you eat through your umbilical cord. And you can't walk. We swim." That's what we normally think about, but the contractions, either way, they start. The walls close in, the cord gets cut, everything they knew, gone. And then they have light, they have air, they have sound, they have touch, they have a mother's voice, father, a world that is vast, beautiful, so terrifying, but so magnificent that nothing in the womb could have prepared them for that moment. Well, most coaches are still in the womb. They're comfortable getting by. They have enough clients to survive, but not enough to thrive. They're always trading their time for money. But as coaches, something that they don't tell you is that we trade our time and our expertise for money. We don't just share our expertise, we have to share both. We don't just share our time, we have to share both. And we're scared sometimes to charge what we're really worth, what our time is really worth. The womb is comfortable, but you weren't built to stay there. So, our story, BlazeCamp story is a little bit different. I'm going to explain something to you. BlazeCamp has had 3 major failures. The first one was before it was named BlazeCamp. We bought a gym 2010. 3 years after, we were gone. We had to close our doors. We lost everything we had. We lost a bunch of time. We ran ourselves to the ground. We even got sick, like my wife and I. It's just the craziest story of failure because we thought we knew what we were doing or we were going to figure it out. It was never like that. We didn't have foundations. We didn't have frameworks, nothing. Then we started from zero, again, building and learning and contracting and getting consultants and doing more and more and more. And we built from zero, okay, renting, subleasing in someone's space, eventually to having our own business. And then COVID happens. We had to shut our doors 1 month after getting our own location and then also painting it and getting it all ready. COVID happened. And then we went online and we started again from zero. But online, we just didn't have the frameworks again to do it online. It's a completely different system. And then we decided, okay, finally, we're going to reopen our doors because we had an opportunity to reopen. And we did. Within the year and a half, we were already very profitable. We were doing amazing. We finally had a chance to go on vacation. One day to the next, right before we were going to Colombia for a vacation as a family, our first vacation as a family, we were evicted. There was an eviction notice on the door that said whoever you're paying rent to is not paying the owner. So the owner's evicting everybody from the warehouse, from the location. So we completely failed again. We went 100% online after that, and we had to figure it out. But the problem after having these gyms and after trying to be the best coach that I could be is that I ended up sitting in my car after 12-hour days, too tired to cook, eating fast food, overdosing on caffeine. You know who I'm talking to. Not spending time with family, not spending my personal time with God. And I figured I'm a business of messing myself up. I'm really good at messing myself up to work on the business. And I'm a fitness coach, and I can't even take care of my own health. I can't even take care of myself. You got to share these stories. These stories are the ones that tell you why people should connect with you. When you share your breaking point, people see themselves in you. They trust you, not because you're perfect, but because you're real. That's the most important part. Your transformation, usually, it's a story in 3 parts. The old you, who you were before, what was your struggle? You got to be specific. Details create a connection, like the details of how much caffeine I was having. That connects to a lot of coaches. Then we got to find the breaking point. The moment everything changed. The car at 9 p.m. that I'm sitting before going into my house. The 12-hour days when I just stopped. The conversations that I had to have. You got to name that feeling. And then that transformation into the new you. Who are you now? What changed? How can you give that to other people? That's what I'm doing through here so that you can see how my story plays out and connects with you. You got to do the same with your people. It's very important that in this part of the frameworks and the foundations, you find your story. That is your story. That is your marketing. The thing that makes people DM you and say, I need what you have. You don't need hundreds of stories. You don't need thousands of stories. You don't need to make all kinds of different marketing ideas. You need one story. You need to tell that story correctly and well, honestly, and you need to tell that story often. That's all you need. So write your transformation story before you move forward. Who was the old you? Who were you before the change that happened? What was going on in the back then you? Then you write your breaking point, the moment everything shifted, the moment everything changed for you. And then you go into the new you. Then you got to talk about the new me, who I am now. What do I offer now that I've gone through the problems? Don't make it pretty. Don't make it complicated. Okay? Always make it honest. Post it in the community so that we can see it. We can help you. This story becomes your first reel, your first email, your opening of your sales calls. I'll show you eventually my sales calls so you can see. And the foundation of everything in phase 2. So before you go to phase 2, this is your phase 1 foundation. Okay? This is the hardest assignment in phase 1, but it's also the most important assignment. Okay? Do it today. All right? I want you to understand that your story is your marketing. I'll share something with you so you can understand that, because for me, it's so important that when I consult businesses, it's something that I show them that it's necessary. This is from the books of Russell Brunson, okay? This is the hero's journeys. A character that is you has some type of desire and then has to go through a conflict to get to that desire. And in order to go from point A to point B, or from who you were to who you are, there's a conflict. There's a journey of transformation. That is what is the most important thing. And if you look it up in most Disney movies, for example, that's the whole point that makes people want to watch a great Disney film, for example, or a great movie in general. It's the hero's journey. All right? So I hope you understand that. Let's get to work. Go do your homework. Post it in the group so we can see it. We can help you with it. All right? Let's get it.